Well, it is Sunday, May 15th, 2022. Um, Not much to report. It's cloudy. It's about to rain. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any photos of the, what is it, the super moon, or the blood moon, or the flower moon, or the super blood flower moon. Um, yeah, a lot of names. And I'm sure there's lots of other names too, but those are the ones that I'm aware of at this moment. But it is cloudy regardless. And I thought about trying to take some photos this morning, but it wasn't quite full. And also it was obscured behind clouds. You could tell where it was, but it was just bright. So, and my phone. But I did have the thought today that, I could actually, I don't know, I could buy a camera. Wouldn't that be nuts? Instead of just using my phone. The phone, it takes okay pictures and it takes relatively okay video. But, I could get a camera. Wouldn't that be interesting? And I wouldn't have to worry as much over space, because it would have a devoted like memory capacity and stuff like that, and it would just hold more, and that would just be cool, and I wouldn't constantly be have that extra stress over how much room's on the phone, and is the phone getting cold, is the battery running out, because my phone's older, and the battery just doesn't last as long as it probably used to, which I don't notice because it happened a long time. It just happens slowly over time, but it seems like it doesn't last as long as what I remember. I've had the phone for 6 or 7 years, maybe longer, 8 years. I've had it since Wisconsin, since Wisconsin. It's the same phone my brother originally got me. My first cell phone my brother got me too, because he wanted to be able to get in touch with me, or he wanted me to be able to get in touch with other people in case I ever ran into problems, because up until that point I just went without any communication, and just if anything happened, it's like I would figure it out, and I always did. But at some point, I guess he started to get a little worried, and he decided on himself, that he was going to get me a phone, so he did. And then he also got me a touchscreen phone, the one I've got now. That was my first introduction to touchscreen phones, smartphones. Yeah. So he got me that too, and it's the same one I've got now. I have taken care of it, taken really good care of it. He got me the case for it and everything, that with the screen protector. And sure, it's got scratches on the screen protector and stuff, but it's the same exact everything. What is it? Otterbox? Otterbox is the name of the brand. With the outer shell and the casing and the shock-proof or resistant stuff. It really works well. I've dropped it a number of times, and it's never, never seriously. But it has taken a few knocks. Oh, it started to rain. Neat. So, anyway, but I could get a camera. That'd be cool. So that was my thought today. And I was looking at photos and video of her day one, with our isles and oceans. So I got to see, just like anybody else who happens to be aware of what's going on, or any vague notion. It's not for me, it's not about me, it's not to me. It's just I happen to be, noticing and paying attention. Probably more than what I'm supposed to. I don't know. But it just got me thinking. It's like I really just liked the photos a lot, and I thought, I could take better photos myself and put them up for anybody to look at. Nothing specific, just there for my own recollection and memory, my own reference. That yeah, I was there, and yeah, this is what I was looking at. This is what I saw through my eyes, and yeah, keeping a record of what things look like, and maybe a little bit of preservation, because the conservation doesn't always work. So at least we can preserve a memory of it, of what it once looked like. But even that, it's like those archives. Will those get preserved, conserve conserve the preservations, or is it preserve the conservations? Or so I don't know. But I'm mostly just putting this because I wanted to record something, just to feel a little bit of connection across a vast distance. I'm just curious. Curious about a lot of things. What does this mean? What does that mean? What was that about? And just enjoying my own inability to discern what is what might be clear and present discernible truths, in my inability to detect them and sort them out, parse them from what might just be fabrications of my imagination. What is real? Because I could swear that it's definitely something, but it's probably not what I expect. Or so that's where it's like it falls back onto well, the worst case scenario is I've got a very interesting friend who I like a great deal, but I'm also just keeping, it's like, yeah, I shouldn't, I should continue to do what I'm doing, and just not focus on just one thing, just keep doing what I'm doing, and but for now I'm pretty okay with what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And it was interesting today. I got back from a run. I wasn't able to go as far as what I felt like I wanted to, but I didn't get started because I went right after I got back from work, and the sun was already pretty high in the sky. And I was like, well, if I didn't go now, and I wasn't going to be able to go until late, and I didn't even know about it. It was going to rain, but it would definitely be in the evening. It'd be much more humid, and it would take a while for the even after the sun starts, the UV goes down. Still, it's going to be hot. So my best chance to go for a good run was this morning. But by the time I was about halfway through, the sun was, starting to get up towards that, and it was just starting to drain, and I could tell, and my skin was feeling a bit. I was getting a bit too much sun, and so I was like, yeah. So anyway, I cut the run short, and I ended up only, still a good run. I mean, nothing shy about it. But I just decided, yep, that's good. And I just, walked in the shade as much as I could. And, yeah. So I didn't even make it to 55. But I said that I gave myself permission for that to be okay. But, 54:15, it's like 5:41, which is 5, and then 5 at the end. So 54:15. Yeah, I don't know. And then, of course, today is May 15th, and the sun is just setting, even though you can't see it behind the clouds. So, anyway, I guess that's all I got. And then, I guess, work in the morning, and I kind of have a better idea, at least what's going on for the itinerary and schedule over there. And I liked that I got to see a picture of the crew and everybody. So that was a good group photo. I like that. I also I like that quote on their page that says, "Looking forward to a killer last week." That was just clever, I thought. I think I'll probably end up taking that and using it and adapting it to something in the future, and I will have forgotten where I got it from, or maybe I'll remember, but I will casually borrow that, and I'm sure they borrowed it from someplace else. And everything's borrowed these days anyway. It's like who remembers where to give credit and who to give credit to. Because rarely is anything exactly, but we have limited, it's a language, the language evolves to fit the context in which it is spoken. So, but with all the words that we have and the context and situations, even the same words applied, the exact same words applied to the context and reference in which they're spoken, that has changed. So different meaning, different people, different time, different place, different everything. So it's like they might be the same words, but they have totally different meaning based on everything else that's going on around them. The construction, the articulation, the motivation, the intention, all the nuance and subtlety of necessity. Yeah. So, anyway, now I'm just a bit tickled. So, before I mess things up and say something I don't want to, or make this, awkward, I should go and go do something else. Probably need to drink some more water, because, I've already drank at least a half a gallon. Well, maybe not that much. A quart and a half. But I probably could stand another quart. About a quart low. So, and I also had my customary Sunday night call with my mom back in West Virginia, and it's concerning. News back there. It's never exactly. It's concerning, but there's not much I can do about it. So it's just one of those things that's always kind of in the background. But I did also have contact with my brother up in Wisconsin, and kind of a little bit of a touch and contact. So that was good after a long period of no contact. So he's still doing okay up there, and everything else, I don't know. All these things, a lot of them, it's like they don't really matter so much. They do compose and comprise facets and parts of my life, but how much do I even feel for myself? It's like, yeah, I know what's going on. I have an idea, and it's like it's been said before. I don't need to say it again, I don't think. But I will know what I'm talking about. So, and all these things. They're just stories that, they might matter to me because they're my stories, but they have value and history. They help define me, create who I am as a person, or parts of me. So, anyway, I've brought myself down just a little bit, tempered my elation. But, oh, there it goes. No. Anyway, okay. I'm feeling a little bit silly for no particular reason. Just excited, I guess. Again, for no particular reason. Just by life. I think that's okay. I think that's great. And I'm glad I can, help and try to share that with other people. Even though if I can't, just maybe a little bit of my attitude and can carry over into somebody else. At least it's better than wearing my dour attitude all the time, where everything is grim and dire and dark. Which it is, but I don't have to ruminate on it all the time, because I'm sure that doesn't do much good. Just like while I'm alive, I can do things. Not so much when I'm dead. So, if I'm going to live, I might as well live better. And if I'm going to live better, I might as well live well. And if I'm going to live well, I might as well share it. Anyway, beginnings. We'll see. I hope.